Look at the Trailblazers, focused as they walked into the locker room earlier. Their job's basic tonight: get a W on their home court. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Thanks for spending Sunday evening with us. And tonight, it'll be the Portland Trailblazers going up against the Brooklyn Nets. And our broadcast team tonight, Grant Hill and Steve Smith. Allie LaForce, our reporter. Let's take a look at the numbers for Damian Lillard.
And he's had a rough past 5 games. He's had trouble finding his offensive rhythm and just hasn't been as effective as he'd like to be on that end. But this is something all players go through, and I'm sure he'll fight his way back.
And we've got just enough time for a pregame report. Let's go over to the sidelines, where Allie LaForce is standing by. Allie?
Well, Kevin Durant, the all-time leading scorer in the history of the U.S. men's team, said that experience informs his approach in the NBA, adding, quote, "In that environment, you have to check your ego and even take a step back in order for the team to be good. Everybody brings their part, and everybody's valuable."
Yeah, that's a great perspective, Allie. Thank you. These early season games are always interesting to watch for me. Players are finding their rhythm. Smitty, they're trying new things they worked on in the offseason.
It's all about staying the course, B.A. Some off-season training won't pay off right away. You got to be patient and figure out what works and what doesn't.
And the starting lineup for the Nets. Ben Simmons is out there with Edmund Sumner. Then it's Royce O'Neal. Then there's Kevin Durant. And it's Claxton in at the 5. And for the Trailblazers, Grant and Nurkic, they're inside at the 4 and the 5. The perimeter filled up by Simons and Hart, and it's Lillard in at the 1. Now here's Durant. Three-pointer. The shot by Sumner, no good. Simons with it. Here's Hart. Kevin Durant pulls it in.
The people upstairs in Brooklyn have been making some very interesting moves, trying to put together a championship-caliber team.
Here's Sumner. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game.
Setting an aggressive tone early, challenging the heart of that defense.
Simmons against Lillard. Takes a 3. Rebounded by the Nets. Are those big decisions by the Nets front office difficult to deal with as players?
You know, some guys can ignore the politics, but I'm sure others do have questions at the end of the day, though. These guys just want a ball. And ultimately, I think they just roll with the punches.
Now here's Nurkic, giving them some nice offensive production with 13 points a game.
Still looking to get their offense in gear. 0 for 3 to start this game.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Oh, and last summer, Ben Simmons had surgery on a herniated disc. I'm not a back expert, you know, I'm more of an ankle guy, but hard to be effective when that area is just not right.
No good on that one. And last season, Ben Simmons caught some flack for not suiting up in the playoffs. Grant, you think his surgery quieted those voices a little?
You know, I think it did a little bit, but, you know, at this point, it's going to come down to his performance on the court. He does have something to prove. It'll be interesting to see what he does.
Man, Blazers fans have been having a bit of whiplash. Western Conference Finals to the lottery in just 3 years.
BA injuries had a big part to play in that. Shows how fast the NBA landscape can change. Fans are hoping they can get back to what they were just as quickly.
Here's O'Neal. The Blazers making their last shot. Here's Simmons. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
And maybe it's the adrenaline talking, but they're 1 for 4 to start this game. Need to settle down.
Lillard passes to Nurkic. And here's Grant from the arc. That shot off the mark. And Brooklyn going the other way now. Their last game, a win against the Clippers, looking to carry it into this one.
Yeah, they connected from outside all game, and the defense had absolutely no answer for it.
They embraced the challenge as well. They hit big shot after big shot to keep the other team at bay.
Now here's Lillard. We saw him with 29 points in his last game. Pass to Simons. Fires the 3. Brooklyn with the board. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played so far. Screen by Claxton. The kick out to Simmons. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. So Portland going with almost an entire new group here. Eubanks, he's checked in for Nurkic. Winslow comes in for Grant. Little's checked in for Hart. And it's Sharp in for Simons. So Brooklyn going with almost an entire new group here. Sharp, he's checked in for Claxton. Harris comes in for Durant. Curry, he's checked in for Sumner. And it's Mills in for O'Neal. Free throw good, Simmons. And the front office for Brooklyn has said they need selfless players who want to be there and are available.
Well, B.A., the message is pretty clear. After Kyrie Irving missed most of last year due to personal choices, the Nets want all hands on deck this go around.
Can't give Dame an inch of room out there. A difficult task defensively because he has such deep range.
Pass to Harris, to the paint. Here's Sharp. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
Explosive leaping ability allows him to play the 5, even though he's a little undersized.
Lillard outside for 3. The rebound by Ben Simmons. For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 8 so far. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Curry. Here's Harris. 6 on the shot clock. Simmons finds Curry. Three-pointer off the mark. From deep three-point range. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Nets out in front. They're up by 2. Don't go away. We'll be back with the second quarter in just a moment. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. All right, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Just excellent first quarter defense. They've been really getting after it.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
You know, for most players, being a starter has value. But Grant, some elite teams have been elevated by great players who have accepted a reserve role.
And it's really special, B.A., when you have that. Players who are willing to sacrifice for the greater good of the team. Putting winning first at all costs. And you think about it, through the years, Manu Ginobili with the Spurs, Andre Iguodala in Golden State, it really can galvanize a team and lead to winning championships.
The forwards, Hart and Grant. Sharp out there with Anthony Simons. And it's Nurkic in at the center position. That's the group for Portland starting the second. Now here's Simons. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. Mills with it. Now guarded by Simons. Drops in the layup for 2.
And they're trending in the right direction after a rough first quarter from the field.
Fantastic replay we just saw of the Mobile One drive.
Yeah, staying with it and looking to expand this margin. Hard-nosed takes like that will certainly help.
Simons against Mills. Pass to Sharp. The 3. Doesn't go for him. The Nets go the other way with it. Here's Durant. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against the Clippers in Los Angeles. Nifty move, and he lays it in. Durant's gotten 4 this quarter.
You know, it seems like the Nets and KD played the will they or won't they all summer long. But no deal was found, and KD is giving it another shot with the Nets. Now, there just didn't seem to be a deal that was right to move Durant.
They double him with Harris. Pass to Sharp, looking to end the run. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Durant with it. Nurkic picks him up. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. The NBA last season celebrated its 75th anniversary and announced the 75 greatest players in NBA history, gathering the living greats during the All-Star break. A lot of history, but Commissioner Silver said we're a pretty young league when you think about it. Brian, I guess it's all relative.
Yeah, indeed. Thanks for that, Allie. And it's the Blazers with the ball, following the bucket by the Nets.
And Yusuf Nurkic, a solid role player, fits well into any team environment. A great passer and doesn't need touches to contribute.
And we saw last year, Nurkic can also act as a mentor with young players, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., and that's a great veteran presence from Nurkic. Not a star player by any means, but a player everyone would want on their team.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
One of the strongest players in the league, Nurkic is a force in the painted area on both ends of the floor.
And the Blazers making a change here. Lillard's checked in. So Brooklyn going with almost an entire new group here. O'Neal, he's checked in for Durant. Edwards comes in for Harris. Thomas, he's checked in for Curry. And Sumner subbed in for Mills. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
And year in and year out, there's one thing we know for certain about the Blazers. They've got some of the best fans in the NBA.
Pass to Thomas. Over Sharp. No good. A bit long that time. Portland has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Lillard outside. Gets an open look and hits it. Lillard's got 7 points in the game. And how about the fan base in Portland? They're passionate and they really understand the game.
That's so true, B.A. I mean, even in lean years, they come out to support their club. And when they're on top, all of Rip City gets caught up in the buzz. Portland's a great basketball town.
Now here's Lillard. 7 points in the game. Grant, the pass to Lillard. Out to the wing. Back to Grant. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
What I love about Jeremy Grant is he has no trouble taking contact and shooting over people.
Pass to Sumner. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Grant the screen. For 3, here's Lillard. Brooklyn with the board. They've led by as many as 11. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Inside. The kick out to Edwards. From the arc. Hart pulls it in. Pass to Lillard for 3. Tries to save it. And so it's Brooklyn up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. We'll be right back with you shortly.
Good to be with you for halftime. Let's check in on the NBA action coming up later tonight. Okay, now time for 2K Trivia. One-on-one. Tonight, after the game, who wins?
Come on, EJ. You think I'm going to let little man even get a shot off?
I'm being serious. There's no way Shaq could keep up with me. I'd run circles, like literal circles around this guy.
All right, I got something to look forward to postgame. And moving forward, a lot to like about that first half for the Nets.
I made a few dollars scoring inside, so I appreciated how this team was playing. Working for the high percentage shot, looking to see how well the defense adjusts. Maybe brings more doubles in the second half.
Yes, Shaquille, you did earn a couple of dollars in the NBA.
About $300 million.
Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. And so here's Portland. 8-point game. They'll face the Spurs at home after this one, and that'll be their second of 4 total games at home. So on the floor for Brooklyn, they've got Edmund Sumner. Royce O'Neal is out there with Kevin Durant. Then it's Ben Simmons, and it's Claxton in at the 5 spot.
A big body to slow down. Nurkic is a handful to stop.
2 shots.
And he drops the first. And the Blazers had been a mainstay of the playoffs for so long, up until last year.
Yeah, B.A., they ended an 8-year streak by missing the playoffs. The franchise has had a lot of sustained success. They missed the playoffs just 15 times in their 50-plus years. Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
And Simmons gets it to go.
Setting each other up beautifully. I love it. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assists.
Now here's Nurkic. And the foul on Ben Simmons. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Tries a 3 off the inbound. Brooklyn with the board. Claxton's got 5 rebounds in the game. Hard against Durant. Pass to Simmons. Clock at 6. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. And it's an 11-point Brooklyn lead.
Soft defense. I mean, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points inside.
Lillard finds Simons. There's a screen by Nurkic. Lillard. Rebounded by the Nets.
Stumbling to start the second half. 3 straight misses.
Durant with it. He's covered by Hart. Durant, the pass to Simmons. Durant inside. He's covered by Hart. And it's Jeremy Grant with a foul. That's his first foul for the Trailblazers. Eubanks, he's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Brown comes in for Grant, and Winslow is subbed in for Hart.
Next ball starts the second half. Let's hear it.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the 3rd quarter of basketball. And that one's good by Durant.
3 straight buckets to start the half. This is how they wanted to come out and execute.
And Kevin Durant, post-Achilles surgery, no apparent decline, Grant. Last season, the 3rd highest scoring average of his career.
I mean, incredible. Almost 30 points a game. Think about this. 2 of the 4 times he's led the league in scoring, he did it averaging less points per game. And his efficiency, good as ever. Only their first miss in 4 attempts. It's been a great start to the half.
Outside Winslow. Here's Eubanks. Durant pulls it in. Durant's got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to Sharp. Here's Simmons. Over Simons. Simmons, no good.
And that's okay. Even though you missed, you had the right guy taking the shot.
Down low. It's tipped. Stolen by Mills. Outside Durant. And here's Simmons. From 13, basket's good. Simmons has got 6 here in the quarter.
We don't talk about KD's passing enough. Durant is an elite playmaker.
For 3, here's Lillard. And Simmons grabs the board. Simmons has got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Curry. Outside Durant. Here's Sharp, defended by Brown. Puts it up from 17. Doesn't go that time. And it's Portland the other way. Throws it up high. Oh, what a nice defensive play to disrupt the lob. Simmons, the pass to Durant. Here's Sharp. Fade away. He can't get it to go. The Trailblazers have gone only 1 for 6 here in the second half. Pass to Winslow. Shot clock and game clock, 1 second differential. Lillard fires away from way outside. Portland, no good that time either.
You know what, though? They keep calling his number despite the difficult quarter he's had.
Blazers foul. Right around. First personal foul. Second team foul. Substitution on the court. Nets ball starts the second half. Let's hear it for your Trailblazers D.
Left side Curry. Blocked! And so it's the Brooklyn Nets, now holding a 12-point lead at quarter's end. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And just a selfless decision from your two-guard, showing his ability to get his teammates good looks.
At his position, traditionally, his job is to shoot the basketball. Give him credit for keeping his eyes up and just taking what the defense allows.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. Grant and Nurkic, they're inside at the 4 and the 5. Anthony Simons out there with Sharp, and it's Hart in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Now here's Harris. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's stolen by Hart. Pass to Simons. Trailblazers got to hurry, got to get up a shot, and Grant gets it to go.
Very high percentage look for Grant. Those kinds of plays just get you in rhythm and keep you there.
Here's Sumner. Harris outside, beyond the arc. He drops it from range. And the Nets lead by 13.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
Here's Sharp. Jacks up a 3. Rebounded by the Nets. Claxton's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. Yusuf Nurkic picks one up.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
At the line for the Nets, Nicholas Claxton taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. And in this era, we see some stars asking out, saying we don't have enough to win. Smitty, that's not the old school approach, is it?
It's not, BA, but what I would tell you now was totally different than the past. It's the length of contract. You have players now and teams have the option after 1, 2, or 3 years, so it definitely will be a lot of movement.
That one's no good. How about the last couple of years for Jeremy Grant?
BA, 6'8", playing the 3 or the 4. He's really found some comfort in scoring the basketball. Followed up his best season with another great offensive performance last year.
Now here's Durant. Back to Claxton.
2 minutes.
That's good. And so Durant with the assist. And the Nets lead by 16.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
Out to the right wing. Grant right side. Lillard against Simmons. Now here's Lillard, guarded closely. Good D by Simmons. On the wing, Durant. Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Pass to Sumner. The Nets need to get off a shot here. And Durant with the big finish.
And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the Nets.
It's impressive how the reserve players stepped up and delivered in this one.
They didn't just help out. They made a big impact and really secured the win for their team.
And this will give them their 7th win of the year.
Always good to start a season series off with a W. They showed tonight they take this team seriously, and the next 2 matchups between these two should be fun.
And one of the league's superstars, producing as he always does. What a terrific game for Kevin Durant.
And how many times throughout the course of the evening did he make a momentum-changing play? I thought his relentlessness really keyed their success.
A big group substitution here for Portland. Eubanks, he's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Brown comes in for Grant. Little's checked in for Hart. And it's Sharp in for Simons. Now here's Lillard. They need this. Drills it from deep.
Such a smooth stroke on Lillard's shot. Many guys should be envious of his jumper.
Mills, the pass to Edwards. To the middle. Brown with the block. To the wing on the left. Back to Little. Lillard outside. Brown, a screen on Mills. And Lillard gets it to go.
They're on a little run right now, but I'm wondering, where was this energy earlier?
Well, the question becomes, are they playing that much better now, or has their opponent taken the rest of the night off?
Here's Thomas, the 11-footer. Sharp grabs the miss. Edwards against Brown. To the inside. Little's shot is good.
Nasir Little will not be denied inside.
And here's Mills. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down, this building was stone cold silent.
And that's exactly what you got to do. You have to try to take the crowd out of it.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Steve Smith, this is Brian Anderson with our 2K Sports crew signing off. And now we present the New Balance Player of the Game, Kevin Durant.